Hello, this is TJ, and today I have another tip for you. I learned this tip from one of my friends, and before that, I never talked about it until he showed me. So, I feel it's quite interesting, and so today I want to show you. I hope this can be useful in some case. Okay, and the tip for today is how we can modify an arc, a circle, or a line in Mastercam. Okay, for example, you can see on the screen I have a park like this, very simple. This is a park with the hole inside, and you can see I have a 16 diameter hole with this red circle, and in the bottom I have a 6mm hole. Now I want to change this circle so it can be the same diameter with this one from 6 to 16. So how you can do it? Normally before I know about the tip, I would do like this. I can use the offset function, this one you can see, and I check the distance from here to here, and I do the offset function. For example, this one is 66 and this one is 16, so I will offset 5mm offset and 5mm. Okay, and we use the move option like this, but this is not the tip for today because I don't want to use the offset function. So how we can do it? Okay, I'm going to show you right now. To do that, you just go to the Home tab, and you can find here Analyze Entity. Yeah, this function is very familiar, and we use it a lot in Mastercam. But when I use this function, I never thought it can do other tasks. I just use this function for checking the entity, checking the diameter, checking the length, checking other property of the entity. I never thought it can be used for modify the property of the entity we selected. So it's very nice to know about it. Okay, so you can use this by clicking on this button, or you just press the F4 key on your keyboard. Yeah, this is the default key for every version of Mastercam. So you just click on the entity and press F4, and depend on the entity we selected, it can be the arc, the line, or circle, spline, or any kind of wireframe. So you can see when I click on this circle, the arc property window open, and when I click on this line and press F4, you can see we have the line property window. Yeah, as I told you, before I know about this tip, I just use an analyze function for checking the entity, but today we can use this for modifying the entity, and that's very cool. Okay, I will try with this circle first. Click on the circle and you press F4, and the arc property window open. You can see we can check the coordinate of the center. We can see what is the radius or diameter of the circle we selected, and we can see the sweep angle. Also the length of the arc or the circle. Okay, and when you want to change this, very simple. You just see here, and you input the value you want. Okay, I never talk about it, I don't know why. Okay, so the current diameter is 6mm, and when you want to change it, you just input a new value. In this case, I'm gonna use 16 and enter. So you just finish changing the diameter from 6 to 16 very quickly. Okay, and we can do the same for the line here. I will make a line and I'm gonna show you. Okay, you can see I click on the line and I press F4. We have the information, the property of the line, and you can change this property. Like I want to change the angle to 45, yeah, 90 degree. You can change the line, the length of the line, yeah. You can also change the position of the start point and the end point of the line. Here you can see the start point is the green point and the end point is the red point. So when you want to change the end point, you click on this button, and when you want to change the start point, you click on this button like this. Yeah, I change the start point, and when you want to change the end point, you change the red point. This is number 2 button like this. Okay, it's quite dynamic. To me, it's quite dynamic with Mastercam. Okay. You can see here I have 2 tool paths. They are similar tool path, a contour tool path, but the difference is with this first tool path. Oh, sorry, I need to change the chain again. With the first tool path, I use the solid chain. Okay, you can see this is solid chain, it's not a wireframe. But in the second tool path, I use a wireframe chain. You can see this is the wireframe and this is the solid chain. When you use a solid chain, and when you update or when you modify the solid like this, move. Okay, for example, when you modify the solid like this, you can see when you modify the solid, the operation will be marked dirty, and you just regenerate again, and the tool path, the chain will be updated, so it's quite nice. But when you use the wireframe entity and when you modify the solid, the tool path will not be updated, and this is not so good. So you need to change this wireframe according to the new model. So I take this as an example, and I'm gonna show you how we can modify this chain with the analyze function. Okay, I just click on the entity and press F4. So you can see we want to move the green point here from here to here, so I'm gonna change the start point and move it to here. Okay, and this one is done. We move to the next line. Just click on the second line, and so you can see this is the start point marked at green, and this is the end point marked at red. I want to move the red point to here and the green point number 1 to here. Okay, we're done for this line. We move to this one. Move the red point here and move the green point here. Okay, and we move to the next line, this one. We move the red one here and the green one here. Okay, we move to the last entity. We just move the red one to here. Okay, and we're done. We just modify the chain and we can generate a tool path. Okay, so I think this is quite nice, and we go back to this circle. Okay, now I'm gonna show you another quick way we can make this circle equal to this circle by using the analyze function and with some special statement. Okay, you click on this circle, press F4, and instead of input 16, I do not do that. You can press D. Yeah, D stand for diameter. With this function you can pick an arc like this, and you can see it will be automatically measured. Okay, so it's very nice. Just click on the entity. For example, I have another small arc here, and I want this diameter equal to this diameter. I just click on this one, press F4, and for the diameter here, I press D and enter, and then you select this one, so you can see we have the new diameter. This one equal to this one. You can use the radius. If you use radius, you have here you can do a right click to see the reference. So if you want to pick the radius, you just input R, and so you can see R and press enter. So I can pick this any circle you want like this. So it's a very quick way. You do not need to measure anything, you just pick and it will be copied. Alright, and that's the analyze function. Yeah, analyze entity, very nice function. We can check the property of the entity we selected. We can also modify the entity with this function, so it's very nice. Okay, so that's the tip for today. Very simple. Maybe many of you already know about it, just I don't know about it, so I want to share for someone like me don't know about this. Okay, thanks for your time watching this video, and I hope it will be useful sometime or some case. Alright, goodbye for now, see you again.